Welcome to the Aquaspresso Coffee Academy, and today I'm going to be talking about the differences between Jura coffee machines and DeLonghi coffee machines. Firstly, in terms of the brand, who these two types of companies are. Jura, Swiss-made machine, famous Roger Federer, he's their mascot worldwide. Jura are known as the upper end or the echelon of the top of the range of coffee machines. DeLonghi, on the other hand, are more popular than Jura coffee machines worldwide, mostly because they're known for something different. They're the good value for money coffee machine. If you're starting out on coffee, that's usually the route people go, and usually for good reason. It's a great entry-level starting type of machine. In terms of their features and what they can both do, for the most part, besides for some specialty coffee drinks like flat white or some macchiatos and that, Jura and DeLonghi can do pretty much the same thing. The major difference comes in the aesthetics of the machine and again what they're trying to achieve each brand. Jura going for the high end, have their spotlight on the coffee. They have mega fine foam froth. They have all these types of fancy extractions like a pulse extraction to get your coffee out that much better. DeLonghi, on the other hand, still has the buttons, espresso, coffee, cappuccino, latte, but they do it simpler. They don't have as fine a froth. They don't have as great an extraction when it comes to coffee. But the thing is that when you're starting out, and if you're not a coffee expert or connoisseur yet, sometimes DeLonghi is a better route to go because for the most part when people are starting out, they can't actually taste these differences. Once you get further in your coffee experience or your coffee career, it might be then the right time to go for Jura. So I would say really timing is the biggest difference when to go for which type of machine when it comes to the features. In terms of the size options of these machines, so DeLonghi mainly caters for the domestic market, domestic and small office market, where Jura has also the domestic and small office market, but it also specializes in large office machines. So huge water tanks, big grounds containers, where DeLonghi not really intended for that. There's no real models that are made for office type use. Price wise, when DeLonghi first came out, at least in South Africa, prices were way lower than Jura machines, and I'll say even 40 and sometimes even 50% less than a Jura coffee machine. These days they have gone closer to Jura machines, still cheaper for the most part, model on model, and about 20% cheaper depending on where you buy the machine, depending on what exact model, but you can kind of expect to pay 20% less for DeLonghi compared to Jura. In terms of service and support, super important thing. Often we think about it too late once we've already bought the machine, but both have good service in South Africa. The major difference is that DeLonghi is mainly sold through retailers. So through your Dion Wire, through your Macros, through all those types of places. And if you have an issue with your machine, you have to take it back to the store and then they'll send it to the supplier, and then usually, not always, but usually the waiting game starts. It's not a quick process taking a machine back to a mass retailer. Jura, on the other hand, specialist coffee brand, and for the most part only sold through specialist coffee companies. So they'll deliver the machine to your office, to your house. If there's an issue, they'll collect it from that same place, and for the most part they'll fix it themselves and then bring it back to you, which often leads to much quicker response and turnaround times. So I hope that helps you in your quest for a coffee machine. Let us know if you have any questions, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much.